while I'm in spring cleaning mode, I thought I would bring you this tidbit because I have all these bright ideas. And I'm going to start posting them because they're ideas that you're not going to find in a book. The most unknown magical repellent extermination product that you can use. You know how you get a spider, you get the spider and you kill the spider, and you step away to go get something to put the dead spider in. That little bastard is still wriggling. Or better, how about he's gone and you don't know where he is? So you did all that work and self-destruction. You destroyed your house and yourself trying to kill him. You finally get to him, think you kill him, and you apparently didn't. So either he walked away or his buddies came and pallbeared him to his grave, which is an unlikely scenario. So within my horticultural life, because I'm a horticulturist, because you can lead a horticulture, but you can't make her think. We bought this product that you use on house plants. And let me go ahead and add in edible house plants. But you go ahead and use them on house plants to keep the leaves shiny and brilliant and not dull and dusty and allegedly like repels dust and such. But for the most part, keep the leaves of your indoor greenery. Or if for some reason your leaves are wilting, this stuff prevents it. It just freezes the green on your leaves, and it does work. I have tried it, and I tried it on one of my edible plants before I realized that you shouldn't use it on edible plants. But don't worry, I didn't eat it. Planted another one. Such is the life of a student of Mother Nature. I went through all that to say that I got this stuff that stops your indoor plants from wilting. And it really stops your indoor plants from wilting. Well, in one of those frantic moments with an insect, okay, that I couldn't find anything to grab to kill it with, I grabbed this stuff that prevents your leaves from wilting, right? And I sprayed a spider. That motherfucker started pop locking. And then he started freeze walking. And eventually, when he was freeze walking, he started freeze walking slower and slower. And then it was a wrap. It was dead. So I finally found the product. And this is how it is in America. There are products that work for things that they don't market them for. And there are products that they market things for that half-ass do what they say they do while destroying something else. Same thing with medications, right? They treat one thing with something that could cause you to die from something else. But that's another vlog. We've done that one, haven't we? Yes. Yes, Farmco. I see you. I see you out there shining. And so I was like, oh my God, he died right before my eyes. And it only took a few, and it only took a few seconds. It only took a few seconds. I said all that to show you. I actually should have did this in front of you. So I said all this to show you. Oh, it's kind of expensive. That's okay. It's not that bad. Suffice it to say, it's worth it. If you use it for, it's called Wilt Proof. We literally got this, I don't know, we got this like so many years ago. I don't know if that gives you an idea of how long ago we got it. I haven't used it on plants since that one time that I used it. And like I said, it did work, but I couldn't use it on edibles. So yeah, but other than that, I've been using it on insects. And so I knew this a while back and I told Mister about it. But he actually did it a couple of months ago. It's one of those small things that get by me. I meant to do a video and never did. But he actually did it a couple of months ago with a spider. And sure enough, that mug. And gone. Anyway, there was a little fucker that got into my baby's litter box. Needless to say, that's him right there. Little bastard. And y'all know these little million leg motherfuckers, they move. I sprayed that bitch. He didn't even wait a couple of seconds. I was like, shakoo. I said, my baby's toilet, will you? Shakoo, shakoo. I wasn't like pew pew. Shakoo. It wasn't like ka 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 either. It was more of a shakoo, shakoo. I didn't spray it many times. I actually sprayed it twice. So only 2 sprays. I didn't see any more movement, really. And you can, I don't know if you can see that he's still lifted up. Oh, you can see it like that. See, there he is. So like I said, I sprayed him twice. The first time I sprayed him, he was like, what the? So now he's like that forever, or until I throw him in the garbage, which is what I'm about to do now. Oh yeah, girl, get you some wilt proof, and you don't have to worry about now another creature. Hey, one of you guys that has roaches, no shade, but one of you guys that has roaches, try some on a roach and tell me how that works out. Cause I'm curious. I wonder if this stuff works if you just spray it along like your banister or something. If they get on it and then it'll kill them. But it'll probably be dried up then. You probably have to spray it right on the insect. That would be worth having tested for somebody who just had money to go around paying for the testing of their curiosities. You know, privileged Mythbuster type mugs. But yeah, safe way to reduce moisture loss when plants are under stress. Guards against moisture loss year-round. Plant protector. Proven anti-transpirant for over 50 years. Oh yeah, that's right. Like if your plants have, house plants are struggling with a transplant to a larger pot, you know, some plants don't like that and they just like have no more fucks to give and they give up on life. Well, this is also supposed to help them retain that stature after a rough transplant. But let me tell you, this stuff works so good now that I think about it, because I told you I only used that once. Now that I think about it, stuff works so good that when I transplanted the thing and sprayed it for the leaves to keep their strength, they held up so well that I thought the plant was still thriving and growing. And it turns out that the plant had such a hard time with the transplant that it wasn't even alive or growing roots under there. I just thought it was so green and full and vibrant still after the transplant. But I waited and waited and waited. It stayed green forever, but it wasn't growing. So, you know, I got it, the main stem, and I pulled it up. Nothing but stem, not a nail root. So this is some amazing stuff, which brings me to sharing with you guys my last 2 overwintering battles. Last winter, I dealt with spider mites. Let me just leave you with this to give you an idea. Last winter, I battled spider mites. And this winter, I wrestled with white flies. No, I didn't wrestle with white flies. We cage fought. We had a cage fight to the death. But I felt like that with the spider mites too. I wonder if I can condense those stories. If I can, I'll just tack it onto this video. If not, it'll be its own video. But for those of you who are interested in that kind of thing, since this is an insect video in general, hold on to your hats. Them little bastards are a hot ass ratchet mess. You ain't fought no battles till you fought battles with little soft body motherfuckers like that reproduce in bulk. They really don't, and they really seem at first, if you don't know how to deal with them, they really do seem not to die but to multiply. Little gizmo motherfuckers. Little gizmo fuckers. I can't go for that, no. I can't go, I can't go, no, I can't go for that, no. No can do. This is how far I'm going back in this spring cleaning venture. Come across this. We haven't used vacuum cleaners that use dust bags in almost a decade. Yeah, and remember these? Remember these old school earmuffs? I wonder if I won't keep these for me. If not, Goodwill. Found hats he's been looking for 2 seasons. I refuse to be a hoarder. I'll be a horticulturist, but I refuse to be a hoarder. Because all being a hoarder is, I'm not just going to be a stuff whore. Some of you are label whores and beauty whores, attention whores. I'm not going to be a stuff whore, because a stuff whore leads to hoarderism. Itis, Ermia, Abides, sothelioma. I'm finding all kinds of toys for the baby. It's catnip mouse. He's got a big old catnip ball that he doesn't really mess with. And it's hard, like rock, kind of rock textures like that. We'll see how he feels about those mice if I ever open them. These toys. Get your baby toy. Get that baby toy. And this one, is this the one? You open his belly up. Oh, there's some in there. And put catnip in there. And then it velcros back, and you let him throw it around and catch it. And Mr.'s lunchbox from about 10 years ago. I don't remember if this is his head or mine. I did a random ass video to share with y'all what a heavy weekend this is. But we'll all be okay. When I start wiping the cabinets down with toxic stuff and dusting and mopping and sweeping where all the particles are everywhere, I use my teacup setup. Well, not the whole setup, but this is my teacup setup. Remember that? Has a little beautiful cover. I can't find any more of these. The lady I work with bought me this about 8 years ago. She has no idea how much I really love this. Really thoughtful, practical gift, Mickey. Thanks. So I said all that to say that I use my tea lid cover, and you can just use any Tupperware lid cover. And it fits perfectly. That little rim fits right inside. Sanitary drink. Can't help you with plated food. I'm just ass out on that. I'll just have to be eating all the germs in the kitchen. the container queen has struck again. So I just went through a series of thought processes, and I recall a chick who was organizing her kitchen cabinets, and in one of her cabinets she said to invest in mason jars, and she had all this stuff stored in mason jars, you know, spices and stuff. And I was like, you know, ding, I was like, man, that's beautiful. And I'm the type of person who doesn't like to promote a brand that's not paying me. I'm not gonna be pimped voluntarily like most of y'all thirsty for popularity and likes. And that's number two, I'm not gonna get pimped. Number one, I'm not gonna knowingly promote anything that I know ain't shit, and the people who will profit from it ain't shit. So either way, I can love you and your product ain't shit. I'm not gonna sell it to people, because I'm not gonna sell some ain't shit product to people. And on the other hand, I don't care if your product is decent. I'm not gonna badmouth the actual product, but I'm also not gonna promote you, because you're fuck boys and girls. And I'm gonna let you be great, but I ain't gonna help lift you up there, because I know there's a lot of bandwagon sheeple out there. But guess who ain't gonna be one of the ones that help lift you up there? Ain't gonna be me. You gonna have to swindle me too, and either convince me that your shit work when it don't, or that you're a good person when you're not. And we too grown and too woke at Tough Love TV. So, okay, this is what I did, and then I need to turn this damn camera off and get to work. I have work to do. So the chick had her cabinet so beautifully aligned with all these mason jars and everything in them, right? And I have a thing with mason jars. I feel like the seal is not airtight. I mean, you guys saw my herb storing video. So I feel like jars don't preserve the natural nutrients in your spices and such. But that glass mason jar idea was looking so good and organized to me, right? So I actually considered it. But in considering it, I opened up my cabinet and I looked in it, and I was like, who uses that much of that many different things? Like, I would only need so many really huge mason jars. And if a certain amount of product is in other small packaging, then why not just use that packaging and throw it away and replace it when I get another one? But I was like, man, that mason jar idea sounds really, really good. And so I was trying to find a way to do it and be organized, but still solve my lid problem. And bitch, I did it. I came up with something. So as you know, I repurpose this. I know that's lame. I'm gonna do better on the label. I'm gonna do better. You know, it's a work in progress. So this was actually repurposed from some Parmesan cheese. It's grated Parmesan. Okay. And what I love about these containers, what I love about this packaging, is the lid, right? With this lid, you know, I appreciated this so much. Needless to say, I was like, I sure would like to have that for something I use more of, because I don't use much powdered sugar except to sprinkle on waffles or something. So I was like, I sure could use that container for my flour or sugar or something, but it's plastic. So that's where the mason jars come in. And then I was thinking, the mason jars are glass, and the mouth of them looks like it would fit this cap. So I said, let me get, I have bigger mason jars, but the mouth is the same size. I said, let me try the cap to this. And so this big one is a little big, but it still fits. I mean, I would use it. It's just that I'm not going to. And let me tell you why. Then you can choose to sprinkle or pour. So again, this is the bigger size because I wanted a bigger container for more product. But this regular size cap that also offers the sprinkle and pour options. So I said, let me try it on this one. Perfect. So it'll take me a while to collect as many as I could use, but I ain't mad. I ain't mad. As you can see, I'm gonna buy me enough of these and use all of these lids. And I shouldn't, but I would. Okay, one more thing. For real this time. Have you ever kept some sliced pineapple for too long, and then when you pull it out and smell it, it smells like champagne? Yeah, fermented pineapple smells like champagne to me. It's, well, let's get grimy. It smells beerish. And speaking of beer, when I cook with, I was just thinking when I was cooking with my low sodium soy sauce, I love the way it smells, but it smells like a teriyaki beer or something. But it smells like beer. And I was like, if you think about it, it has a taste like salted, evaporated beer with maybe a little steak sauce twang to it. A smoky steak sauce twang to it. That's what it smells like. It smells like whatever I just said. I'll edit that all together to sound like, to be one phrase. But yeah, it smells like that kind of beer, which made me think in my culinary and botany moment blend, my culinary and botany blend moment, it made me think, I wonder if I can make my own sauce. And I guess it would be soy sauce if that's what I think soy sauce tastes like. But I wonder if I could make my own with beer by evaporating the beer, because it smells like a strong beer that has had the moisture evaporated out of it, where it's not a syrup, but it's, you know, got all the thickness and flavor in it. So if I got beer, evaporated it, salted it, and put some, started to say like Worcestershire, but maybe a little dot, a drip of Worcestershire and a couple of drips of liquid smoke. I bet you I could make a fake ass soy sauce. Y'all know when I get in here and start drinking, my taste buds and flavors and my culinary creativity just is on fleek. You gotta be careful with that though, because them munchies will get you while that's happening. And would y'all please remind me to take the in-laws Tupperware back to them when we go there tomorrow, because I am not beyond. We just had a huge storm that wasn't a storm. What had happened was we had a windy day, which is not typically unusual for our area, but this day was going to be windy, so much so that the night before, Mr. was like, "You're gonna be scared tomorrow." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because it's gonna be windy." So I thought he was just throwing a little shade, but it was so windy and the gusts were so strong that an entire paneling came off of the house. Fortunately, I heard and felt every bit of it, so I went out and dragged the thing into the garage, and I texted him all the videos and pictures. That wind did more damage than is done when we have tornado warnings, and we're in Tornado Alley, so. But okay. I see what's good. You want a piece of this critter popping action? You want to pop you a critter?